Today for you, I have a makeup, not a tutorial, a makeup get ready with me with this look. I'm spazzing out and getting ready for a Facebook Live with author Linda Smolkin on my Facebook today, on my blog Facebook page today, or something like that. So if you're interested in watching me do this to myself, stay tuned. So I haven't filmed a makeup video in a while, and Whimsicate made one and made me decide that I needed to do another one again. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more comfortable making one now that I have been filming videos all month for SSSVEDA. But today I'm probably going to do my makeup a little bit fancier than I did last time, because tonight I have author Linda Smolkin coming to my house to go live on my Facebook page for my blog to talk about her book, along with anything else that comes to mind. So I'm fretting. Not fretting, I'm just being my neurotic self. Anyway, I really want to make sure my makeup looks okay. And, you know, it's only 5 hours till she comes to my house, but I'm like, let's film us put makeup on, because then maybe we won't be such a spaz while we're doing it. And we'll get our video filmed for the day. It's like 2 birds, 1 stone. So I'm just putting some moisturizer on because I hadn't moisturized yet. And it's not morning. I have spent my morning cleaning my house and procrastinating in the effort to not be a ball of spaz. So I'm just gonna put some moisturizer on. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I don't know whether I'll get the links to everything down below like I've done in the past, or at least not when I first upload, just because I've got a busy night ahead of me. But if I don't get, if I don't get the links up today, I'll come back in later and edit the video and put it up in the description below. But I'll at least try and tell you what I'm putting on when I put it on my face. So I'm gonna put my primer on, and I'm gonna put on the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which is like my go-to eyeshadow primer. And I told somebody the other day that I actually like the sample, like this sample bottle that I got from Sephora has lasted me so long that really, if you're curious about trying a primer and you're not sure if you're gonna like it, get a sample size, because especially with the eyeshadow primer, a sample size is going to last you for ages. So instead of buying like a big bottle of primer, just get a sample. And then on my face, I'm going to put the Professional, if I can talk by Benefit Pearl Primer. Put this on my face because I like a dewier look anymore, and not like a really matte look. And I find that, look, I just thought, did I turn my camera back on? I used to really buy stuff that said that it was matte, and now that I know about primers and stuff, I tend to gravitate towards dewier stuff, because now that I'm a little bit older, a lot of the mattifying foundations and stuff just makes me look older, I think. Whereas the dewier stuff, I don't know, it adds a youthful glow to my face. I just paused. I'm gonna keep it real to like pluck a really long stray hair from right here on my chin, which, you know, you hit a certain age, for all of you young ladies who watch, where you just start getting these long, ugly, thick hairs, like right here on your chin, and they grow really fast. Faster than any hair that you've ever wanted to grow fast on your body. These hairs that pop up when you hit a certain age, they're insane. And I love how, like, I pulled my hair up because I was hot, and I have like this one blob of hair that didn't make it up into my thing. Anyway, okay, so last time I used like a really cheap drugstore foundation, and now I'm gonna go like the other direction, and I'm gonna use the Guerlain Lingerie Depot foundation with my beauty blender, and we're gonna give this a go and see how it looks. And if it looks bad, I'm gonna wish I would have went with my cheap drugstore Lumi cushion one. Because at least I can consistently put that on and know exactly what it's gonna do to my face. So splotchy. I'm not talking because I'm gonna fast forward through this part. Need more foundation. And I just dab it on the back of my hand. I used to like blot it around my face and then dab it around, but some of them dry pretty fast. And it'll then kind of leave a splotch where you stuck it when you dabbed it on there. I don't want that shit. I hate how foundation looks on my nose. I can never make it look right, and then I dab so much that I end up pulling the foundation off. We're gonna call that good, I think. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, I think we're gonna call that good. Back to drugstore land. I have the Maybelline Age Rewind. I've got the brightener or highlighter brightener one and concealer. And I'm going to try to make my dark circles a little less noticeable. And I had a little thing frozen off of my forehead, and I'm always really aware that you can see it. Like when I watch my videos back, when I'm editing and stuff, like I know it's there, so I'm hyper aware that like I can see that little circle on my forehead. You guys may have never noticed it, but you know, you're always your own worst critic, and not critic, I can speak English. Your own worst critic, and I'm always looking at that spot on my forehead. And really the big thing is because they froze it off, all the probably sun damage that I have on my forehead is noticeable everywhere. And then there's this like bright, shiny white spot right there. So I should probably be happy for it. But I'm trying to decide if I need concealer under there too. Maybe a dab. Maybe. We'll see. I apologize that when I'm filming these, I'm never actually looking right at you. It's because it's very hard to put makeup on and look in your camera's viewfinder or whatever. So I'm always trying to kind of look at you guys, but I'm really looking at like my big mirror in my bathroom. So I have you guys kind of set up right in front of it. And I know it's probably weird when you're watching it, but I haven't figured out another way to do it that looks better. So I'm sorry. I keep pausing the camera and opening up my bathroom door and like fanning me with it because it gets hot in here when I close the door to film, because I don't want you guys just looking at my door to my bathroom. And I have my radio playing music downstairs in my house, and I opened it up and the Bee Gees are currently singing More Than a Woman in my downstairs, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the Bee Gees. So this is Laura Mercier, I think it's under eye brightening powder, or let me see, since I just popped it out and started, oh, okay. Secret brightening powder for under eyes. That be what I just put on with my beauty blender. And I kind of put it on heavy because I know I just put it on my nose too, and I don't want my nose to be bright, but I just put it on there anyway. I put it on a little heavy because after I'm done doing my eyes, I usually take a brush and kind of go to catch any of the little bits that have dropped off my eyeshadow brush. Okay, and then I just have the regular Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just gonna put it on the areas where my makeup tends to come off after a while, which is kind of like my T-zone and then around my mouth. Yeah. So when Kate from Whimsicate did hers and she talked about not knowing what to do with her brows, I don't really know what to do with my brows either, but like I watch my daughter do like the whole eyebrow thing, and I don't have the desire to do that whole thing to my brows. So instead of you use the mascara looking stuff for your brows, I just use a pencil. And this one is another Laura Mercier, and I'm sure I bought it because I watched some other YouTube person use it for something, and so I was like, oh, I'll just buy that brand. And it's lasted me forever, so I haven't ever had to buy another one. Oh, it's looking weird. And really all I'm trying to do is fill in for the spots where it's sparse and the lighter hairs are starting to come in. Because as you get older, well, dudes get those really long like Andy Rooney hairs, and women have a tendency to sometimes get those longer ones, but you also just get sparse brows. Seems like. I don't know. So that's what I do, and probably doesn't last, and within a half an hour it's probably not there anymore, but when I did my makeup it looked good, so that's all I care about. For blush, I'm gonna put on Tarte Celebrated. The last time I looked for this to put it down in the comment section on one of my other makeup videos, doesn't look like they make this color anymore, I don't think, which made me kind of sad because I don't like a heavy blush look, and I like this color on me. I'm very pale, and a lot of blushes are just too bright on my skin, and this one's not, I don't think. It's very just like a mauve-y kind of color. And as you can see, I have definitely hit pan and then some. So I was kind of sad to see it wasn't there anymore. And I usually use this, or I use Benefit's Rockstar, I think it is. So, And because today's a fancy day, and why not do it any day, I am gonna put some highlighter on. And I'm gonna use Strobe in my Tartist Pro palette, which is like way too much of a palette for me, but I'm gonna put some right here and some right here. And it's so funny because every time I've done like a live on Facebook or something like that, when I go back and watch it just to see how horrible it was, or brilliant it was, to see how brilliant it was, I'm like, oh, I can see my highlighter. My highlighter game was strong. So highlighter really serves no purpose except for to make you happy. And highlighter makes me happy. Sometimes I use it as eyeshadow. Just like slap that sparkly stuff all over my face. The only time I don't like it is if I accidentally have gone a little low and I get that highlighter in an old acne scar, and then all I can see every time I look in a mirror is that old acne scar. And I'm also gonna put a little bit of bronzer on because, like I said, today's a fancy day. So we are gonna pull all the stops out for Miss Linda Smokin'. Oh, it's probably gonna stick to my forehead because I'm kind of sweaty. And then later I'll be like, wow, nice bronzer, Christina. I might even try and make myself look like I have cheekbones. Maybe, not bad. I don't know what you think. Very light touch, but like I said, I'm very pale. And if I put too much of this stuff on, it looks horrible. Is anyone else out there like me, and when you're trying to hustle and be fast doing stuff, it takes you twice as long? Because anytime I'm like trying to hurry, because I still want to run to Target and Home Goods, preferably before my husband gets home from work, it's gonna take me like twice as long to do my makeup. I can't find anything in my makeup drawer. And I don't know, it's just gonna take me ages. I am gonna wear ColourPop on my lips, and I put it on first because usually whatever color I decided to put on my lips dictates what I decide to do with my eyes. Do it totally backwards from what anybody else does. But I'm gonna put on Oh Snap by ColourPop. And I'm gonna do it off camera because that's just gonna look ridiculous. Okay, I think I have decided I'm going to do my green Too Faced chocolate chip eyes with my Naked Basics. It's funny, I was just thinking about this when I was putting on my ColourPop. Whenever I've put like lipstick on that has a tendency to get on your teeth, I'd routinely stick my finger in my mouth and then pull my finger out to get the lipstick that would end up on my teeth off. And I never realized like how dirty that might look to someone else if they were watching me do that, until my 23-year-old son saw me do it one time. And he looked at me with abject horror. And then I realized that seeing your mother stick her finger in her mouth and pucker her lips and pull it out might look weird. Anyway, why I decided to share that with you, I don't know. But yeah, don't do that in public. Especially not if you're in your 40s. Yeah, so I'm gonna put just some light, I'm gonna put some of this, I think, all over my lid and see what happens. Just as like a basic neutral color to start with. I love these naked palettes, but the naked eyeshadows really do have a lot of fallout. So you always have to kind of tap your brush after you've put it on your brush, because otherwise you end up with all kinds of stuff down here. So that's just like a neutral color there. And let's see, what am I gonna do now? Let's see, I think I'm going to put some of this over here. That is this shade on the chocolate chip. I'm changing things up a little bit and packing that shit on, apparently. If I don't hurry up, I'm gonna end up running out of space on my camera. Okay, so this is the green that I love.
This is what I really wanted on my eyes. As I've said before, like I have very hidden eyes, so I have to bring my eyeshadow up higher, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see it. So I really have to go like up higher on the corner there. Otherwise you'd never be able to see the eyeshadow that I put on. So I put green there and like blend with this crease brush. And I try and keep it like this line like I tell you to do, but it doesn't always work the way I intend it to. Yeah, I'm so running out of time. I do think it's impossible to make two eyes look the same or even close to the same. It just doesn't happen. But boy, I try. I love this green. It's like not even a really greeny color on your eyes. Like it doesn't look like it looks in the pan. See? Two totally different eyes. Did the same thing on both, or at least in my opinion I did. With my shape of eyes, I also think it looks a lot better to have it light on the inside and real dark on the out. So.
That's about it. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this really quick because I'm running out of room for anything on my camera. I'm going to stick a little bit of this here just because I like that shimmer on the inside. And this is from the Naked 3 palette. And it might not even go with the rest, but I'm doing it anyway because I like it. So I'm also gonna take just this brush and stick just a really dark color and run it a little bit down here, and I'll smudge it some just because I don't put much on my bottom lid, only because I've got chubby cheeks and it tends to smush all over the place if I do, but I do want some there, otherwise it doesn't look like I completed my eye look. I'm gonna do my lashes and stuff off camera just to save some time so that I don't completely run out of camera space. So I'm gonna use Better Than Sex by Too Faced, my Locked and Coated by Bare Minerals, And I'm gonna stick a dab of the Sephora waterproof eyeliner and then I'll be back. Okay, so there you have it. This is my completed look for my Facebook Live tonight with author Linda Smolkin. A little fancier maybe than my everyday look. I mean, you guys see me on SSSVEDA videos all this month, so you know that I've had days where I've had hardly any makeup on at all, and then days where it's been a little bit more like this. But they say you should play up your best feature, and my eyes are what I consider to be my best feature. So I like to do neutral lips and try and play up my eyes. So this is it. I plan on curling my hair a little bit later after I run to the store, just because it's kind of lightly drizzling outside and I don't want it to mess up my curls, because if I spend a bunch of time trying to make this hair hold a curl and then it gets rained on, I'm gonna be pissed off, frankly. So I might actually just pull it up again and get this piece of hair up there and then keep it like this to run to the store. But I should have some blinged out ears and a pretty necklace, and that'll be it. And I hope you guys like this, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.